I have no clue.
What kind of development you have done till now in open source web development?
I've written, I've worked on platform, I've worked on Joomla,
Fine.
Drupal, and WordPress. I've designed, I don't know, what do you call them? I've designed small codes in Joomla, like for ACL, Access Control Level Management. There are various glitches in Joomla. You cannot actually assign, if there's a user, he can actually edit contents from other user, which is still a possibility in Joomla 1.5. So I changed that for my site because I was developing a content management site for all the professors so that they could upload their content. So I designed small PHP hacks for that. Then I have designed an XML parser. Basically a mapping tool from docx to SQL.
Okay.
So this is all that I've worked on. Mostly things related, whatever my college professors asked me to do. So they need something.
You have your own extensions and all that?
No, I haven't.
So basically you're trying to tweak with the existing source
Exactly.
of Joomla.
Exactly.
So Joomla as such, it's based on MVC architecture only. Like if you go into the core of Joomla, it's developed on that architecture.
Okay.
So just to give you an introduction, what exactly is the MVC? Now, before you actually ventured into changing or tweaking with Joomla, you would have worked on simple PHP apps, simple form, process part and all that. So you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
So for developing a web application, you might be aware we require three things. Basically, we require a very good database support. We require a good server-side scripting language and a client-side scripting language, which is quite obviously JavaScript. So when we talk about server-side scripting language PHP, so this MVC architecture actually this became popular almost 6 to 8 years back.
Okay.
Basically popularized by the Java, which is again another server-side scripting language.
Okay.
So when we say MVC, it refers to model, view, controller. So in short, it's called as MVC.
Yeah.
So for any typical web application, we require a database, right? We require a database design. Before we actually code, we design the database. Familiar with normalization, all that?
Yes,
right?
I am.
We do normalization then we design a database properly. Then we create a database in any of the database like MySQL or PostGIS, SQL or whatever. Then we connect that database with the source code. I'll tell you with a normal PHP example. There could be a form. This is a form with some fields. And there could be a process page for that which is in PHP.
Yeah.
This is all the process code.
Okay.
So this is connected to this, and this is done using JS. This is done using PHP. So this data gets stored in a database. This could be typically a MySQL. So these are three separate areas, and in a actual production environment, like in an IT company, if somebody is developing a production application,
Okay.
the design part, the form, the UIs, user interfaces, all that is done by a designer, right? So a designer is involved here.
Okay.
And this part, for these two, interaction with the database and all that, a developer is involved. So typically 2 people or more than 2 people work for a normal application. So this is, what happens is, in a normal form, you'll have a HTML code, all the HTML with snippets of PHP and JS, all combined into one, right? So there is a lot of confusion. Now, if we have developed application is running, after some time there is some change has to be done. Assume that this developer is no more there, or this designer is no more there who has worked on this app. Now, as a new guy comes, like what you're seeing Joomla source code. It's a MVC, so you could have seen separate views for all that. But in a normal application, see, it's a complete dump of everything.
Yeah.
Now, the new person can't make a head or tail of what it is.
Absolutely.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like some documentation has to be there. Unfortunately, in these kind of apps, proper documentation is not done because nobody has the patience, or maybe the client budget is not that much. Nobody spends money on documentation. So he's just given the source code. He says, no, I don't want this input. I just want this to be changed, or I want a few more inputs to be added to the form. That is a task given to the new developer. So he's given me the source code, he tries to do the tweaking part. But it's not that easy. If along with the PHP snippet, there is a lot of HTML, a lot of JS code. So those things, accidentally he could have deleted.
Yeah.
Or if a designer is working on adding this form, he is opening a PHP file and he accidentally messes up with this code. So there is a confusion. More than one person is trying to access the same file, and each person is a domain expert in a certain area. So in order to avoid this kind of problem, like they wanted to separate what a designer does, what a developer does.
Okay.
So for that, they introduced this model view controller. In this model, a designer works on only the view part. View refers to the UI part, UI code, user interfaces. Controller refers, basically it acts as a, well, in a layman term, it acts as a middleman for both these. It connects both these. It connects both view
And model.
plus model. Model is nothing but the database code. Designing of a database, creation of database code like create, table, whatever that code, and interactions with the database. Retrieving data, dumping data to the database, there's infinite calls.
Yeah.
All that is model code. So these three are separated and they are placed in Clojure. Is it not Clojure? So in a MVC based application, you will see that there is a core structure for application. You're familiar with XAMPP?
Yeah.
You use XAMPP?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so in XAMPP, you will find a htdocs folder.
Yep.
So in that, I'll come to the specific MVC based framework later on. I'll give you a simple example. For MVC based application, there could be a folder called MVC. Under that, you will have a structure. For a normal web application, you could have seen that it has designs. So the designs will be in views folder. This is just to explain you the concept. And in the real terms, it's not this way. It depends from one framework to another framework. You'll have model files. You'll have controller files. And you have assets. In assets, you have basically the images, something related to the views, CSS files, all that. So you are neatly distinguishing each and every part. And there will be a config file also, or an application folder or a config folder. In that you will have a configuration files, application configuration files. So this is how you're going to construct the thing. So once applications are developed in this format, like of late, the trend has changed. Most of the applications are being developed on MVC only, even a small application, because they know the advantage of this.
Yeah.
So once the application is developed on this, the people who are working on that application, they are trained. A designer, he'll only open this folder. In this folder, he'll only see the HTML files, the view part. So if some change has to be made, he'll simply get into that page, whatever respective view, and he'll just add, if simply two forms, inputs have to be added, he'll simply add those two inputs and his job is done. If the overall CSS has to be changed, he'll simply come here, he'll get into this assets, he'll change the CSS which is responsible for this form, and you will see the change. So that's the whole idea behind MVC architecture. So you have any kind of doubts? I'm just explaining in simple terms so that
I
you got the idea.
Actually,
right?
I could relate it to Joomla.
Yes.
Yes.
Joomla is something like this. Joomla, Drupal, or any other CMS. So it's all started with them. Like they popularized the thing. Now CMS is a rage. Like most other companies and organizations, they want to move to CMS. There is a good demand for people who are trained in that. Yeah. And normal application, like we do a lot of intranet application developments. We are also following this thing. So that's the advantage of MVC, populated by Java. Now it's spread to like every server-side scripting you have. They have their own respective MVC-based frameworks.
Okay.
So you're familiar with Java and all that?
Yeah, I've worked on Java.
Server-side,
No.
not in detail.
Not
Basically from a theoretical point.
exactly.
Fine. So we'll get down to